Another beautiful day to talk about things that they happen for inside Nigeria. So, Boko Haram actually behead about 8 Nigerian soldiers. Well, you heard me right. Cut off the head of about 8 Nigerian soldiers for inside Nigeria here where would they inside. Not be any other place. That is in a sovereign state. They attack, behead 8 Nigerian soldiers. And as if that's enough, attacks still they go on. Attacks still they continue across the country. And people don't they talk, say, how long will Nigerians will they suffer like this? But just to let you in on what the cocoa is, Nigerians think I no go gree waka protest. Tom INEC headquarters say this time around, they no go gree, they need they play at all. Say they no go let INEC fool them again the way INEC fooled them before. So they will not agree. This kind of protest, people say, it they welcome, they need more of them so that Oga Mokwito and his team go fit sit up with anything where BC they happen for INEC. But is it enough to address the situation and to make INEC maybe sit and sit up and do the right thing? That's a question where a lot of people they ask. Most of us not get answers to. But as it gets to do with insecurity, Emir of Argungu don't talk. So you know what, Nigerians? At this point, everybody buy gun, protect yourself. Buy gun, protect yourself, because as it be like this, so it don't right. That will not even be all safe. Imagine a situation where a young Nigerian child, small pikin, gets mind, carry phone, they talk, say, hey, First Lady of Nigeria, Madam Remi Tinubu, I tire for you, I shame for you. Shebi you say be the mommy of Nigeria. How you go be mommy? Wait till you just talk about my election. And meanwhile, children then dey inside forest, children they die, children they suffer. And you say be mommy of Nigeria. Which kind of mommy will you be? Pikin. I the first lady this one. Whoa. Well, Nigerians, all of this and more matters. Now, so we get to discuss this evening. Welcome to Updates with Precious. Another beautiful day to bring on an update of all the things that they share for inside Nigeria. Make I go take small break, come back. Prince Francis Chilaka and our guest today, and he's going to join us very soon after the break. Good evening, Nigeria. Welcome to our date. Another beautiful day to bring on an update of all the things with the shelle for inside our country, Nigeria. So as it take be, I suppose go straight to the news, make a bring on a news them as it hot for inside our papers them today. So different news them to read them day for inside papers today. Most of them not be things so ABC go switch or belly. Did I tell you? Did I tell you that by another say say with the way things they go, Peter B go get more votes past Atiku Abubakar. People can say, does that mean Tinubu will come third? Well, I'm gonna let you inside that conversation. But before they make a bring in Prince Francis Chilaka, they with us inside corner to join the conversation. I've really ask in mind as matter we get to do with within this young child or chap, as they call them, talk about our first lady, a whole first lady of Nigeria. I would like talking about. I could just begin go the papers and they see what they talk one by one. Now, 2027. Judiciary targeting oppositions. ADC drags chief judge, that is Chief Judge of Abuja, Federal Capital Territory, Justice Soho, to courts. And then 2027, P2B might have more votes than Atiku, than Ebola, and I talk this one. Nnamdi Kanu's appeal. Nigerian government admitted Justice Omotosho acted without jurisdiction. IPOB 90 talk this one. Oh, he acted without jurisdiction. Troops rescue 6 kidnapped travelers in Plateau State. Insecurity, Makinde issues executive order restricting motorcycle operations in Oyo State, around Oyo State. And, other things that really happen. Let's see what we have here. Ex-DLA presidential aspirants, partial refund, aspirants confirms partial refund of nomination fee, raises fresh concerns over primary process. Okay, and then make we see more. NDC primaries massively rigged. I won regardless. Senatorial aspirant Agboni Yema 90 talk this one. Meanwhile, Zamfara ADC faces internal crisis as 2 rival factions emerge. It be like say the crisis don't play into like this. So, and Lagos 2027 Agege APC leaders protest in Abuja, reject assembly primary outcome. So that matter will make if they say Tinubu daughter they talk, the team see they happen, you see the vex, they see the worry about them, and you see the cost worry for inside the ADC. So it'd be like say the primary is just a cost problem for almost all the political parties. Okay, so let's move on very quickly. Ekiti Guba, all die in a die. I'm coming to Nigeria. Isaac Fayoshi dares Governor Oyebanji for inside video. Ha. Oh, now wow. And then former Bauchi Accountant General faces 16 charges in 11 billion naira fraud case. Okay, let's see what we have here. FCT police arrest suspects dressed in military uniform, brandishing weapons in viral video. And DSS forest guards intercept suspected ISWAP medical suppliers in Borno State. And fresh attacks triggered 24-hour curfew in Taraba State. The way we just hear of attack. My mental health is disturbed with this series of attacks for inside Nigeria. It don't need too much. Okay, so let's go straight to another conversation. So you say you are the mother of Nigeria, but the children are still in the bush. Young boy message or sent a message to Remi Tinubu. So a video circulating on social media has drawn widespread attention after a young boy delivered an emotional message directed at Oluremi Tinubu. Make a plan for you, and then I bring Prince Francis Chilaka, make you for watch it in, make it tell us what you think about what this young man talk for this message. Take a listen. I just hope I was going to say take a listen, but unfortunately I don't. Okay, we'll get to that. I'm trying to get hold of that video. I thought I had it. Okay, I have it here. We'll get to that, but let me just quickly give you more brief on that message. So in the video, the boy questions the government's response to the abduction of school children, saying, you say you're a mother of Nigeria, but for over 2 weeks now, the children are still in the bush and you are doing nothing about it. But you've been busy walking around to do your political campaigns. Now, so mommy, did they behave? Eh? Okay. Make we just take the video. Take a listen.
Emir Tinubu are they shame for you. You say na you be mama of Nigeria, but you know they do anything. Over 2 weeks now, they don't kidnap students for your state. But your own, they move from state to state for political movement. And they say na you be mama of Nigeria. They sing that our mama be this so for you, but you know they do anything as mama.
Prince Francis Chilaka, sir. Oh yeah, I'll make her bring you come into the conversation. Good evening and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Did you hear what this? You not get another one.
Now your mama be that too. Not be by my mama.
You told me that my papa, I agree. But this one, now your mama. But you see, this is the truth. Let me tell you something that will shock you. This afternoon, I met a friend and his kids. His kids are 10 and 12, a boy and a girl. And they recognized me because, daddy, this uncle, we only see him on television. And the daughter said to me, said, uncle, why is it that in this country now, the wife of the president and the president, they're not doing anything to rescue those children inside the bush? Is it that they are happy that some people want to stop us from going to school? I was speechless because I wasn't expecting it from somebody of 10 and 12 years old, but these children know a lot. They hear a lot. They see a lot. It's so shameful that, at a time like this when we're talking about, children being kidnapped, children being killed here and there, the only thing the wife of the president can do is to start to campaign for the husband. And so shamelessly, she was on air telling women leader of APC that don't have governors that they are bought cars for them. Is that what we're talking about? Where is the humanity? Where is the empathy? Even though when we criticize the patient Jonathan, even if her crying then was just faked, but it showed emotion.
But you said her crying was faked?
It showed emotion. It showed that, she had something to offer. I said, even if her cry then was just fake. I didn't say it was fake. I said, even if it was.
Okay.
But
At
here we
least,
are,
at least she pretended well enough to show
exactly.
to show
But here we
empathy.
are, nothing. I mean, sometimes I ask myself, when I see some women behave anyhow, I ask myself, who gave birth to such women? Unfortunately, the Nigerian people, a lot of Nigerian people have actually lost their humanity. It's so bad that people don't show love anymore. People don't even care. Everybody right now is on what we call survival mode. And this is the worst thing that can happen to this country.
So Prince Francis Chilaka, for a child, I mean, this young man should not be more than 10 or 12 years old, maximum, thereabout. So for this young man, a child of school age, about the age of the same children who were kidnapped, to come out and say this about the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he didn't even see him say she'd even go for campaigns, she'd even talk about politics. Where for Peking to realize, say, to see a First Lady of a country as somebody we lack empathy, what's that for me?
It simply shows you that Nigerians are tired of this administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigerians are tired. Earlier today, I came across a video. I'm trying to, I don't know which state, either in Kwara or state, they had the protest. It was like a small mini protest. And they were carrying a placard, and on that placard, they had the picture of the president, the wife, and the son. And, the people were telling the people that once they see this face once they see anything APC, they should not think of voting it in. So, whether President Parliament likes it or not, whether he believes, even though he believes so much in his policies that has rather pushed more Nigerians into multidimensional poverty, he needs to understand that sovereignty belongs to the people. And our Nigerian people are becoming more conscious and aware of the situation. And our Nigerian people will speak in 2027. And they will speak very loud. That is the truth. Everybody is fed up. Everybody is tired. Everybody is tired.
Okay, so make I quickly pick your mind on waiting by your I said Daniel Bwala talk. It talks say with the way things they go, say in the PS say Peter Obi he gets more votes pass Atiku Abubakar. He talked this one for Symphony Television. Yeah.
He should have said to us that despite the way they awarded votes in 2023, that they would award more votes to Peter Obi to make him number 2. But what he has failed to say is that Peter Obi will come first, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will come second, then Atiku will come third.
Atiku will not come second according to your calculation.
No, I said Peter Obi will come first. Bola will come second, then Atiku will come third. See, it's a simple thing. When people like Bwala talk sometimes, you ask him, is he going for another surgery? Because he thinks we have forgotten that when he went to mess up in Al Jazeera or so, he had to go for surgery. So when he talks on Nigerian television, you ask, when is he going for the next surgery? Because these are people who speak from two sides of the mouth. They say one thing here, they say another thing here, they say another thing there. So somebody like Bwala, he's looking for relevance. He wants to trend. So, and the only fastest way to trend in this country is to call out Peter Obi. Once you say Peter Obi, you will trend, whether you're making sense or not. He didn't need to talk about Peter Obi. If you wanted to attack Atiku directly. You don't need to bring Atiku and Peter Obi under the same roof. Because as it stands, they are not under the same roof.
All right, so let me quickly just move on with some other headlines, and then we get straight to other issues. Moving on with other to read and waiting. Well, because of insecurity, MFM don't suspend all their night vigils nationwide, and others say church service must close at 8 o'clock everywhere for the country because of insecurity. Now, INEC must not fool Nigerians again, as Nigerians Said INEC must not fool Nigerians twice. Massive protest rocks INEC headquarters in Abuja ahead of 2027 election. So Nigerians take to INEC headquarters, talk, say INEC would press on you to make sure, say, oh, now do the right thing, because when I not feel deceive us, we want to deceive us before again. But make a look at that PC footages from that protest. I hope these are footages.
If you are in Abuja, come out. It's not about ADC. It's not about political party. It's about Nigeria. It's about you. It's about saying no to bad governance. It's about INEC must do the right thing. Everybody, Mama P is here. Everyone is here. What must come? Sure. Everybody, INEC do the right thing. Justice, display justice. Tinubu, this is a wicked man, and you must do the right thing. All Nigerians come out, children, mothers, Aisha Yusufu, the woman voice, the boys, Anageswa, everybody, Arewa people, they are all here. Say Anyi, Mama Tinubu, everybody, women from Arewa, they are all here. Men from everywhere, they are all here, men and women. No intimidation, everybody, yes, no bad government. All right, great people, let's go. Hey, Naganuna Musu. Amupito must go. INEC Chairman must go. Beautiful. Muje. Achidadin, Labian, Mogani, Hakane. Everybody is here. Men and women. Beautiful. Muje. Tinubu must go. Amupito must go. Good boy. Beautiful. Muje. All right.
Okay. So do you think say this kind of protest go hold any water? Because then talk say they are let's see. So do you think that this kind of protest is necessary, and he thinks it go fit to do anything? Now, where's make I ask this question? Since then talk say they see a possible link between Oga Amokwito, the INEC chairman, and APC, where they say making resign because he gets interest. In deny say no be him. INEC talk say they don't do private investigation, which should say no be him. And they no great tell us the source of the private investigation. Till today, he no even say, okay, making step aside when the investigation happen. He's still there till now. And that thing is almost dying a natural death. Then here comes this week's media age expose of, having access to show, say, the ruling party get access to admin page or admin or inside information of INEC. And then it is what it is. People have still not said anything. So do you think there's any amount of protest that will deter Amokwito?
He that the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. And what's his name? Olayinka has fallen into that. It's unfortunate that he was being too overzealous, and he has actually been pushed by the gods of the land to expose the plans of APC towards the way and manner they want to rig the 2027 elections. So having said that, yes, protest is good. Can we benefit anything from the protest? You may say no, you may say yes. But I will tell you, if protest is sustained, the results come instantly. But Nigerians have become so docile, so ethnocentric. So we moved on. We forget so easily. We forget where the rain started beating us. We forget that the man who had his nail on our neck, is the same man that wants to kill us. We found out that we're people that like to praise those who are oppressing us. So that's where we are. The protests, will it work? Yes. If the opposition know what they're doing. The opposition, right now, everybody is busy with primaries. And that's what the government wants. Keep them busy with primaries. Let's use primaries to destabilize these parties. So that is where everything is. But the protest, yes, it's good. It may not lead to the sack of Amopita and all of that, but it's also a pointer to the fact that Nigerians now know what is going on. And Nigerians can no longer keep quiet. So that is where it is for now. It doesn't mean that the people are not conscious. It doesn't also mean that the government doesn't know the thing. The government knows, but the government just feels, well, this nonchalant attitude. When on attire, on I go rest.
So
Because
you're speaking.
you and I, as we're talking now, INEC has not come out to explain to Nigerians the glitch they had in 2023. So if the minister's SA can have access to the back end of INEC, and you can begin to imagine when they talk about glitch, you can begin to imagine what that glitch was all about. It was a glitch to just unplug the system. Let us do what we want to do, and let everybody move on. And that was why INEC at about 2 a.m., 3 a.m. announced the winner. Because they didn't want to announce it when people are awake, when people are conscious. And immediately it was announced, the president immediately gave his own acceptance speech. Case closed. So we're in a situation where, well, you go a bit to the right, you go a bit to the left. But I think that it will make more sense if the opposition will put their house in order and mount pressure on government with protests. Things will work out.
All right. Also, so I hope this works. So by the way, at the meantime, while we're expecting things to work out, this now the way we say they use armor to
More
protect.
than 2,000 police officers. Free our children. Free our children. Free our children.
So this now the way we be say they send police officers to guard protesters, people where they protest for their children, we be say or children where they kidnap. If we can, well, let me show you to the end. Let me show you to the end. So sorry.
More than 2,000 police officers. Free our children. 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 When I see officers, the whole officers for Abuja have been deployed here. See what thing that they use 5 for Borno. They use 5 for Borno. They carry and come for protest. See them. See them. See them. Tinubu. See what thing that they fight. See what thing that they use for Borno. See what thing that they use for Borno. They carry and come here. Malam, Musen bakwaso wannan abun da kuke yi, amma Allah ya fi su. God pass them, Allah ya fi su. Shugabannin sojoji wanda suke sa mu a cikin wannan halin, Allah ya fi su. God pass them. Be careful, don't be crossing anyhow.
Now, wow. Now, wow.
Let me say that this administration is not showing the tendencies of democratic rule. If you look at that video you just played now, it's a reminder that we're still somehow engrossed in military rule. And when I say military rule, I say with emphasis, because the constitution you have, the 1999 of Nations document you have, was given to you by the military. And since that period to date, no civilian government have seen the need to change that document. So, sometimes you just ask yourself, those who have claimed to be leaders of this country, where do their loyalty lie? Is their loyalty to the people and to the country, or the loyalty to themselves and their pockets and their cronies? So you have this kind of weaponry that you should take to Borno and all troubled spots. You are bringing it to threaten ordinary protesters. And then we'll sit back and say, oh, this bandits, these terrorists, this Boko Haram, they're using AK-47 to kill the people. Meanwhile, you that you're meant to protect the people, you are bringing machine gun out. So what makes you different from the people you're talking about? There's no difference. It's so sad that we're in a country where we are gradually being made not to speak out, being made not to criticize. And then each time I see things like this, I ask myself, what played out in Nigeria in 2014, 2015, 2013, 2014, what played out? Where are all those who held sway? All the mouthpiece of the gods, where are they? Is it that the gods, they have not been giving the gods enough ogogoro or enough whiskey for the gods to be speaking out? So where are the mouthpiece of the gods? Where are all the civil liberty societies, NGOs, all the student union, everyone that came out to Ojota to criticize Jonathan's administration? Where are they? Suddenly everybody has gone to sleep. Everybody's like, I don't care. Like I said, we're just moving survival. It's my family and I. We don't care what any other person is going through. But you can imagine, these children have been in the bush for how long now? It's about going to 17 days or 18 days. 17 or 18 days. So sometimes I ask myself, don't people have blood flowing through their veins? We're all talking about the one that happened in Oyo. Nobody's talking the one that happened in Borno State. It's as if, we now have a country where our children are being kidnapped and turned into slaves and organ harvesters. I mean, organ givers. Because that's what it boils down to. That is what it boils down to. I think there was a in Kwara State where the wife, is it one or two of the wives of the Emir was kidnapped, and the people are asking for money. They're asking for ransom, and they said, "Look, if you don't bring this ransom, we're going to marry your wives out to our commanders." So we're not in a country where there's perpetual fear. Everybody is afraid. Everybody is afraid. That's why I redeemed, what do you call them? MFM. I've cancelled all their videos, which is a good one because we're in a very desperate times. But we need to do more because if you cancel the videos, you go to church on a Sunday and they come there to attack you. What do? Yeah, I'm happy with the Emir that is saying people should arm themselves. After all, the DSS, is it the chairman or whatever, had said it once that Nigerians should learn to arm themselves. And so we're calling the National Assembly to pass a bill so that Nigerians can bear arms. But you and I know that Nigerians, our anger not get part two. The way we body they pain us, you not get part two. So, and also if you make arms available to everyone, every day they see people they die. What it means is that if you go to somewhere like Ladipo to go and buy spare parts, and you don't like the thing you are giving or the thing didn't work, you will just come there and shoot the person. So that is why in every civilized society, it is the duty of government to protect the people. The government must protect the lives and properties of the people. That is what they have signed for. If we say the governors are by mouth toothless bulldogs, as they are, called chief security officers, and they're not able to secure their states, secure their people, then this whole thing about security vote needs to end. It needs to end. You can't give somebody 1 billion naira every month, and there's nothing to show for it. And then when you talk, the governor will tell you, I am just chief security officer by name, not by word, not by power, not by authority. What we see, I think I've said this thing to you before, and I'll say it again, Precious.
Sir?
What is happening in Nigeria today is a replica of what happened in the Titanic. The people underneath the Titanic saw the thing sinking. The people on top didn't see it. They were all merrimenting. And so we need to, like I kept saying to a lot of people, we started on the wrong footing in fighting these insurgents. We did not fight it as a nation. We did not fight it as a people that should fight something. Those of us in the South, we saw it as a northern problem. So let the North resolve their problem. But suddenly it started creeping down to the South. Maybe now we'll begin to think out of the box.
All right, so let's quickly move on to some of the conversation so that we'll go fit exhaust them very quickly. So, but before we go ahead with some other stories within the newspaper, we hear say did some very ridiculous things. These bandits, or terrorists, kidnap the school children they demand for. One of which is that they're demanding, according to sources, 1 billion naira to be paid into an account that is in Benin Republic. 2 is the release of terrorists currently held in, I think, Agodi and Apolongo prisons. 3, they should give them 2 Hilux vehicles. So they go use for Nigerian soil. 4, they should amend Oyo state laws to enforce and introduce Sharia law. Now, people don't they drink Adebayo shit too. Remember, say they say na him invite Sheikh Gumi when he become Oyo state, after which they begin ask for the need to expand Sharia law, enter inside Oyo state. And in fact, people don't even talk up, say, oh, so they can say that was part of the deal where Tinubu make with Northerners when they give them power. Saying I make them give another Northern Muslim candidate or Muslim person to use deputize them. Because if you remember, Hakim Baba Ahmed been talk, say, in fairness to Tinubu, he wasn't the one who chose a Muslim as a running mate. It was the northern leaders or religious leaders that gave him a candidate. Okay, you want to run, okay, we'll give you a person where you go run with. And now then give him. So when he tried to be worried about Muslim, they say no worry, go walk. And true to it, on a Christians, on enough you do jack, it walk, and it's going on now. So people are saying that was part of the deal he struck with northern leaders. And now waiting they happen now. So could it be true? And if it is true that these terrorists are holding these children because they are demanding for Sharia law in Oyo State? I mean, we know, say, the Southwestern people don't live in peace across religious lines. It no matter to them. Papa will be Christian, Mama be Muslim. They are living together. Children will choose their own religion. What would that mean, Prince Francis Chilaka, if these demands by these terrorists are true?
Well, in life, there's always a precedent. And the precedent was set by the late President Muhammad Buhari. When some bandits were held and all of that. And then they requested for exchange, which happened. That was on the one side. On the other side, don't forget how the bandits attacked
An
many.
exchange happened, sir.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It did. Check, Google it and you'll see it. Don't also forget that there were periods when correctional centers were attacked and they freed their members. Now, this issue of Sharia law in Oyo State, it's something that's been going back and forth. It's something that's been going back and forth. And we call Nigeria a secular state. And that is why we are saying that the 1999 constitution should be looked into. When you have a constitution that allows a particular religion to be mentioned consistently in it, then we're no longer practicing a secular state. Now, if you ask me, the things they're asking for is way out of reason. You're asking for 1 billion naira. You're asking for 2 Hilux vehicles. You're asking for the freedom of your other captives. Precious, whether they ask for it or they don't ask for it, your government will come back and tell you that they are de-radicalizing them, they are rehabilitating them, they are integrating them back into the society. So what's the difference? What is the difference? So it's because we have set a wrong precedent. And that precedence is what is holding everybody down. And then you're asking a state to change their law, to amend their law to allow for Sharia. That's a tall order. It is a real tall order. So if they introduce the Sharia, who are those who will implement it? Are they going to import people from other parts of the country to come and implement the Sharia law? It is also their own, it's also the people from Oyo State that will do it. So there are people in Oyo State that are advocating for it, clandestinely. And that's the truth. It's unfortunate that, these bandits are using children as a shield. Honestly, it's unfortunate. But it boils down to the issue of governance, the issue of lack of good governance. That's what it boils down to. The
All right, so
political way to do the right thing.
So Prince Francis, people are saying that should we not call people who have often advocated for these people and made it look like what they're asking for is not a big deal? If that is the case, because if people go come kidnap people, then they insist, say, give their demand as part of a Sharia law being part of it. People like Shegumi will be no advocates for that kind of thing. Should they not be invited if they've ever advocated for Sharia law to be expanded to the south?
When you
To the
mention
south?
Gumi,
Should they not
don't
be
forget.
invited? Because
Don't
it
forget
looks
that
like they're the ones who are, spreading this insecurity so that this Sharia law can be implemented. If these demands are anything to go by, or if they're true, sir.
Sheikh Gumi has come out openly to tell you and I that the government know who these people are. They know them by name. They know where they stay. Has anybody in government refuted that? Have anybody seen the need to say, DSS, invite this man? This is the same man that was chased away from Saudi Arabia. So Nigeria is a safe haven. It's a land of anything goes. So you find out when you have somebody like Sheikh Gumi speak, you know that he's emboldening these people. And that is why we need to draw a line between religion and the state. We need to do those things urgently. We honestly need to do it. We need to draw that line. Because as time is coming, if we continue like this, you will see people will now go back to holding services online. Because if you're in the church and they can come and kidnap you in the house of God, they come and kidnap you, soon people will stop going to church. And it's going to be very, very unfortunate. We're talking about churches, we should also be talking about schools. So it's a terrible thing that they are making, the kind of demands they are making. But I think that government should find a way around it by finding how to be able to save those children, at least. But when somebody doesn't want you to find an answer to a problem, they will hide the problem in such a way that it will take you months and years to find the answer. So what the bandits are doing is they're saying, look, we are not willing and ready to release these people.
So, Prince Francis Chilaka, whether we like it or not, a few of them may not even survive the condition there. Especially the younger one. And with the kind of touch away they say they don't do them, considering that they don't have any medical treatments at all. But the question is, see, this kind of condition, if they're true, that they're giving the government right now. Now, what's in the the government fee even do? Because are they to succumb to give them what they want? Or are they allow these children, God forbid, anything happen to them? What's in government we do for this kind of situation now? Because it doesn't look like they have the capacity to rescue them without causing harm to the children and teachers.
Let me take you to your former president. You recall, at some point, these bandits, these terrorists, said that they have an understanding with the government. You remember? And they said that your president then, the late president, knows what agreed with them. So when we look at it, and we now look at the fact that a lot of people from Benue, Plateau, Bombay, Borno, Kaduna, Zamfara, Sokoto, Kebbi have been displaced from their ancestral homes. And nobody is making any move to take them back to their homes. Who is occupying those ancestral homes? You also heard when the governor of Borno State told you that the market that was bombed has ceased being a market 10 years ago or 5 years ago, whatever years he said. But then, as a governor, you now say, I prohibit people from putting market here, and you walk away. And that market is still there. Not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and it's still there. Then you have failed as a leader. So it's the demands they are making is such a demand that even a negotiator will not know where to start negotiating from. A negotiator will not know where to start negotiating from. Because if you agree to give them what they want, you're not empowering them.
I'm telling you,
you're giving them enough money to buy arms.
To use
you're giving them enough money to do what they want to do.
So do we not allow innocent children die? God forbid. Well, this is dicey. I'm sure that security agencies can do something about it, but let me just say
this is where you need negotiators. The negotiators should start by asking for the bandits. Okay, we've heard what you want. Before this negotiation can go on, release the children, keep the adults. Release the children and keep the adults. Because now the question I'm going to ask, let me ask this question, and I'm sure everybody's thinking about it. The money they want you to transfer it to Benin Republic.
Exactly.
They want hillocks. Where are they going to drive the hillocks to?
And I was wondering, for Nigerian soil, the audacity.
Yeah, you understand?
For Nigerian soil.
They want, like I said, they want you to look at your laws and allow for Sharia law. And I'm asking, with what has happened, the fact that they have kidnapped children over going to 17, 18 days now, who in Oyo State, which of the imams will wake up, or who will become the Qadi of this Sharia law? Who will implement it? Is it going to be citizens of Oyo State, or are they going to import their own people to come and implement the Sharia law? Because if anybody from Oyo State says, oh, I will implement it, you are obviously a member of the gang. And that's how people will look at you. But like people would say, which I also know, Islam is not a religion that creates this kind of havoc. But there are people practicing this havoc within the religion. So like I said, they've given conditions that they know the government will find difficult to agree to. But then let us play them like, like the Nigerian Labour Congress. When they want to negotiate for minimum wage, they tell you it is 1 million. At the end of the day, the government will say, take 70,000. They will say, hey, thank you. So that's where we're headed to. But something needs to be done, and done drastically.
All right, sir. So talking about something being done drastically, I mean, these kidnappings are not stopping, they're still going on. But before then, make I tell you some other things if you see they happen for the country. Well, okay. So Emir of Argungu don't come out contact say with the way things they happen now, it tell Nigerians say, may them just buy guns. May them just buy guns and defend themselves. That not the only way we BC people feel secure themselves. A lot of people don't they lash on the MI say, Oga KB state, waiting they happen. Why you go tell people this kind of thing, knowing say it go cause a lot of chaos? While others are saying that he means well, because the best thing for anybody to do in Nigeria right now is to look for a way to protect themselves. Do you think that's ill-advised? Nigerians are ill-advised by him?
Precious.
Sir?
You remember the war that happened in Sudan? And you remember that up to today, Sudan has been unsettled. Because you have a lot of people wielding guns. Let me ask you, can you imagine, you having maybe your pistol or your Beretta or whatever with you, and one rickety, what do they call it? Korokwe, come and brush you. And you're trying to discuss with the person that brushed you and is shouting at you. Don't you think that you'll be seeing corpses lying all over the place? In as much as we say protect yourselves, what are you even going to buy? Are you going to buy, how many Nigerians can afford an AK-47? Or you're going to buy a Dane gun, Chakabula, and you want to use it to come against someone that's carrying an AK-47? He's not the first person to say, arm yourselves. But then in arm yourselves, what are the consequences thereafter? The young man that killed, is it Boko Haram, or a bandit, or a Fulani headsman in his farm, that was sentenced to death, You remember him? If
Yes.
not for the American government, the guy would have gone.
There's another one in Kaduna State.
Okay.
Facing the same exact thing. According to people, his offense is that he defended his people against armed militiamen, and that's
So
his
why
crime. So
would we have a system?
Death now.
Why would we have a system that punishes people for doing the right thing? Why? So it simply shows you that there are people, very strong, influential people, benefiting from this whole madness. And then it brings to question, the Americans that are on the soil of Nigeria, what are they doing? Their own is just to bomb from the air. And you forget that when you bomb, the remnants will run away. And there's nobody on the ground to take them out. They go and regroup, and then become more dangerous than they were before. So this whole thing about arming yourself, Precious, it is going to balkanize this nation.
Okay. So you don't agree at all for that one. All right.
I don't
So
support them.
okay, Moko move on to other issues very quickly. But Prince Francis still like I've seen people they do people for this country no good. That's make I tell you. Why will people see people and start wishing them that rain should be beating them? I don't understand. Now make I show you something. So I'm sorry I laughed. So a video making the rounds on social media has captured the moment some residents of Enugu State openly confronted occupants of a truck carrying banners of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Mba. In the viral video, residents are seen and heard expressing anger over the state of the nation, particularly the persistent insecurity and rising case of kidnapping across the country. And the confrontation reportedly occurred at the branded truck passed through the area, or as the branded truck passed through a particular area in Enugu State. Take a listen.
Nigeria they are kidnapping in Sorunda and APC campaign, we feel nonsense.
Is this not too much? What did they do to deserve this? The only offense is that they are doing their own campaign, JJLU. Prince Francis, say my work now to bring you the gossip that happen for inside the country. Is it not too much?
Rain is good. Rain is good. At least the rain will wash away their sins.
And
it will wash away their supposed stupidity.
Stupidity.
They don't see the rain. They don't know say rain before people go park. They don't get common sense. They want to say them be strong people. I beg, second base.
Okay, we can move. Off we go to second base. Excuse me. So moving on to other issues that happen for inside the country. Another thing that you may not like, but we'll get to it. Nigerian army enforces heavy presence, I showed you already, to protesters. And then wait, something happened. So it looks more like an irony. As an APC chairman in Kebbi State has become the subject of intense discussion online after he was reportedly kidnapped by terrorists, shortly after publicly campaigning and declaring that Nigeria had improved under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. Say security good, well. Everything good. Now he didn't kidnap him. Make I show you a video of where he saying they talk that thing. And then in video they somewhere on there. So the picture where they covered now, where he say they torture him. I don't show you because it was just on shots and they carry gun for your head. So I don't show you. But nine terrorists then hold for that place. That picture we did that.
Sunana Muhammad Mabargabesh, Chairman of APC na Koko Vesta Local Government. Jam'iyyar APC a ƙarƙashin Chairman na Koko Vesta Local Government. Umarni aka bani na cewa an kori Wamban Koko daga jam'iyyar APC. Saboda yana wa jam'iyyar APC zagon ƙasa. Yana mitin da wata jam'iyya. An kori Wamban Koko daga jam'iyyar APC. Jama'a ku shida. Makarabai ne akwai Alhaji Muhammad Ayyadu, akwai Bilamin Muhammad, akwai Mande, akwai Kabiru, Fadi, akwai Ajona, akwai dalili don haka ko mai barka an kore daga jam'iyyar su tara suke don haka jam'iyyar APC ta kore su daga jam'iyyar APC wallahi ƙarya ta umurni daga mai barka wanda ke musu kuma wanda ya koma bi ne ba su dai ba jam'iyyar APC ta kore wallahi
Shebi is seeing at Siwaju Cap. As I talk to you right now, it's still the inside kidnappers then where we say then they try and mend them. Sorry. That it's unfair. It's really unfair, sir. I just thought to let you know. This kind of thing no good.
When an elderly person refuses to tell the truth, the children will make a mess of you. And I can assure you that in the middle of all those people he was talking to, maybe from there the kidnappers carry him. Maybe from there they notice and say, this man, you lied on too much. Come and cool down. Come and cool off with us. I saw the video. I just said, well, things happen in this country. It's unfortunate also that those we call elders in this country have known nothing else than telling lies. Nobody working with Mr. President is willing and ready to tell Mr. President the truth about the suffering of the Nigerian people. So, let him endure it. Maybe when he come out, he can tell us what happened.
Why they do Yakubu manage now? Why they do Yakubu manage now?
Precious, let him enjoy
like
it.
He wants to die, but he will not die. He should manage. It's not good. This is somebody's
He has to enjoy it. I know the funny thing, those guys don't know whether you're old or you're young.
How?
They don't know that. I remember I told you of a professional colleague that was kidnapped. They beat this man is in his 60s.
The one about Shagamo, right? In Shagamo, you
yeah,
said
they beat this man. Yeah. When you see the man, you will not say yes, can't touch him. And he said these boys are between 16, 18. The oldest may be 22. But when they start to
flog, quite young.
When they start to flog you here, you will know that something is touching you.
Huge. This is crazy. All right, so moving on very quickly to other issues. INEC intensifies moves to disenfranchise more youth as administrations of Nigeria remain locked and under-equipped. Nearly 1 month to PVC collection. You see, people see they complain this thing. 1 month to PVC collection. People they talk say they no fit access registration centers. They no fit. In fact, most of them go registration centers and find out in most of these places they under lock and key. Under lock and key. So why it be say INEC they talk say and in a month's time or thereabout, PVC collection and registration go end. So why are we doing this? And why exactly is it called continuous voters registration if it be say this season now? Why don't we name it seasonal voters registration? If they get timetable of when you go come out, come register, when you don't go register. Now people are complaining that I don't know whether you'd be part of them. People have sent me private messages, including on comment sections here, that they try to check their registration status on INEC portal and it come out. People are saying that there is a deliberate deregistration of people for inside this election. I don't know how true this is. And I think we need to raise voice, make INEC understand, say they need to do the needful because Nigerians are watching. Make I show you a bit of a video.
This is an INEC center. My chairman here, one of our raffle members, called my attention to it. See 5 girls, so after they will say the youth are not serious. They came, they would have reflected where they are.
Reflect you. People just left here just now. I even have a video also because it's so annoying.
You send it for me. Now they'll say we don't want to get our PVC. See
the center that's only 2 centers in Calabar. Sadly, this center is for Calabar municipality. The entire Calabar municipality is here, and the entire Calabar South is by the center at Etagbo. And I've been here since morning. Nobody's here. Now the INEC Chairman has given a deadline. And how do you give a deadline?
July 11th. You're giving a deadline, but yourself may not be like say, they will think.
Everywhere is locked. It's locked. Not even security person. Not even address us.
See, the whole Calabar municipality
here. Calabar South is the one by
and it's down, intentionally. But this place is completely down. It don't be like an abandoned. But INEC, they collect billions of naira. And you tell me this place now where we they collect PVC. Billions. So come show them. Come and see the rooms. See. What do you see here? You see nothing there here. Nothing. No laptops. Nothing is. If your PVC there here, PVC don't lost. Because tell me how somebody will not have access.
I just feel INEC have already closed
PVC collection before that date. That date is just formality.
Yes!
INEC has closed
It's wrong. I go
PVC
tell
collection
you,
and registration.
like this is supposed to be a well sophisticated maybe say the entire system. No single machine there here.
Even the Tabo, they want the Calabar.
Only one. The lady wake up one day say
for
she's
full
having
local
spinal cord
government
issue.
For full local government, only one machine that was working.
We're calling on the attention of every well-meaning Nigerian,
Yes.
youth, parents, and all.
Yes.
There will be a sensitization awareness campaign.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll pass the date. You see it in our flyers. It will be coming out.
Youth are coming out to get voters
Alright.
card, but people are not yet.
So, Prince Francis Chilaka, this is tiring, but we cannot be tired. I don't understand what's going on. Is this,
Precious.
sir?
Nigeria is a country where your leaders believe that when you go through suffering, you're a patriotic citizen. To get your national identification number, suffer ahead. To get an international passport, suffer ahead. To get your voter's card, suffer ahead. To get hospital card, that one are the biggest suffer ahead. But to collect toll gate, government gets power. What will it cost government? What will it cost INEC with all the money they have? Put the kind of machine that one of the banks have now. Then you just print and you just put your thumbprint, put your account number, and you print your ATM card. Why is INEC not thinking out of the box? If you say, oh, okay, you don't want that, why don't you put centers at all the banks, in the campuses, in the churches? What is there? Why make Nigerians suffer just to get what they should get on a platter? It's for me, it is cluelessness, it is wickedness of the government, it's a way that the government uses to, justify and to perfect the rigging of elections.
Okay, so moving on, let me just run through some headlines. I've forgotten I'm still doing that very quickly. Let's see. We hear that there is this alleged syndicate of corruption and capture of 400 billion naira airtime landing markets by Tinubu's aide, other allies, after years of investigation. David Hundeyin has that. More to other stories, more uprising against Tinubu government as Oyo youths declare shutdown of markets, workplaces, and roads over delayed rescue of Ogbomosho school abduction victims. And then residents burn Tinubu Abdullahi Sule campaign posters, chant "We reject APC" in Nasarawa State. And so they sing. Social influencers vow to resist crackdown as former NEDECO activist Tinubu moves to revoke Nigerian access to information over exposure of bad governance and security flaws. We hear that the growing number of Nigerian social media influencers and Nigerians generally and digital content creators have vowed to resist what they described as an emerging crackdown on freedom of expression and access to information following recent threats by Bola Tinubu to deal with those sharing high-risk security alerts. Now, the development comes amid widespread condemnation by the arrest of individuals linked to the circulation of some high-risk security alerts. The arrests have sparked intense national reactions across social media platforms, with several influencers, activists, and other commentators arguing that authorities are increasingly targeting online critics while the country continues to grapple with serious security challenges. One example recently, one guy we named Ife Chukwudi or something like that, the one that's Egmomba Ononoga announced happily yesterday that they had caught we make the AI video of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we didn't see Martins Ose, very dark man share. And that's it. And the young man who said did the investigation and called and streamlined the video to him as the creator of the video. Don't come now, come deny, say no, 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 don't talk. Say further investigation, don't show. Say nobody the guy actually created him. He also did share it, like another person shared it. But unfortunately, he has been caught. That matter get to be long, where, no go finish and now because as I say, you don't tire, so I don't want to waste your time. So, do you think there is a systematic clampdown on dissenting voices in Nigeria, sir?
Well, it's about the media.
To
It's
shut the
about
media up.
That's what it is. And unfortunately, some senior colleagues in the media are part of the problem. You saw how the minister for the FCT was embarrassing the media the other day, telling the whole world that he pays or he gives them money for the interviews they come to that he grants or they come to take. So it's about who is selling out who. That's why I said that everything this government is doing is a reminder to a military dictatorship. That's what it is. So there is nothing like democracy, rule of law. No. We'll never reach that level. We're still there for Chirewere level.
All right, sir. So moving on to other issues quickly. We voted for Tinubu in 2023, but he brought misery to us. Yoruba man leads anti-Tinubu campaign. Your urges voters to reject him in 2027. Sir, you see him? And then suspected terrorist informant arrested in Ekiti State and allegedly confesses to statewide network of operatives. Say the operation they statewide. So they get plenty gang from different places. And people are saying, are you seeing what's going on? Okay, so Sharia law implementation, other reported demands of Oyo State abductees. Now waiting to see people they talk. Let's see what we have again. Security experts, Reverend Ladi Thompson alleges Tinubu struck deal with Islamic terrorists, claims Shetima complicit in Nigeria's insecurity. That was a long time ago anyway. Face your husband's affairs. Stay out of worry matters. Worry chiefs, fire warning. Atulureni Tinubu. Make I show you. They vex them. They say, what's in concern you concern waiting they happen for worry. Why they put smart inside?
The first thing Tinubu is sitting in Abuja there. Instead of busy about taking care of her husband in the kitchen, interfering in worry affairs. Yeah, children are being kidnapped in Osun State. Children are kidnapped in northern Nigeria. As a mother, she has no feelings. Is that the woman who calls herself a mother? No. Is that what we call a mother? No. Is that what we call a mother? No. She take care of her responsibility by taking care of her husband and her children. She has no place in the office of the presidency. There's no constitutional provision for her. We are not missing ones at this point. Our blood is not bleeding. We are tired of all this nonsense from the Shekiris. No matter who is it, we are prepared for it. Let the nation know that we are prepared. Thank you very much. God bless all of you. Thank you very much. The allowing of worry, I should never them move far away from them. Very quickly, let's have the chief.
Sir?
And your mama be that too. You no get another one. And your mama be that too.
Since my mama did my house with me here, make her face my front now. Move on to
And
other
your
conversation.
mama be that too. You no get another one. And your mama be that. You see, the truth of the matter is, we seem to have the wife of the president that seems to love more power than even the president. That's the way I see it. She gives the impression that she is in control and not the president. She did it in Osun State when she told the governor to stop singing. She travels with an entourage of 50 vehicles or more. So you find out that you have a wife of the president that is power drunk. That's the way it is. There's nothing you can change about it. It's just the way it is. So I don't know. I just feel that yes, she needs to slow down. She needs to slow down. Yes, she needs to.
Okay. All right, moving on to other issues. Take back your country. P2B urges Nigerian youth to rise up against insecurity. Accuse Tinubu government of failing Nigerians. And then Boko Haram terrorists reportedly attacked Nigerian military base in Borno State. Prince Francis Chilaka, they behead about 8 soldiers. This is one of the most horrible stories ABC I hear recently, and it's so painful. I can't even get myself to read this conversation in details. It's just too painful to hear that as soldiers have again been, not be just say they kill them. You know what it means to behead them one at a time? It's painful to understand that people would already talk, say, oh, salary not today enough, oh, this one make their welfare did better for all the struggle within they go through. And then their families, these are people's fathers, brothers, mothers, and fathers, brothers, cousins, sons. It's just painful. So Boko Haram insurgents have attacked a Nigerian military base in Mandara Burutai Road in Borno State, killing at least 8 soldiers and injuring several others. Military sources have said so. Now, a military source said the base confirmed the attack, saying the incident occurred in the early hours of today, Friday, during heavy rainfall. 162 Battalion Mandara Burutai Road, 8 soldiers were killed in action. They attacked us at 4 a.m. today, Friday, when it was raining heavily, the sources said. Another military source said that the attackers overran parts of the facility and carried out brutal assaults on troops stationed there. They killed 8 soldiers and beheaded them, then decapitated their head. Several others were injured during the attack. That now within the sources talk. Prince Francis Chilaka, it's always very painful and difficult for us to read these incidents. See, I don't know how Ibise would just this whole thing just use overpower Nigeria.
It boils down to political will. It boils down to the people who have vowed, who have sworn to protect you and I, not doing the right thing. That's what it boils down to.
Now, this is a video. I had to, of course, blow it because of it was just so painful. Prince Francis Chilaka. Please pay me. He pay me.
May the souls of all the faithfully departed through the mercy of God rest in peace.
Amen.
And my heart goes out to the family of the bereaved, that God will give them the grace and the fortitude to bear this loss. Having said that, nothing is as painful as dying a useless death. This is what I call a useless death.
Why do you call it a useless death?
They were not prepared for it. They were taken unawares. They were not prepared for it. They didn't see it coming. I saw a video today. I saw 3 videos today. One I saw where these people were, displaying the kind of ammunition they have. And I was like shocked. So it's precious. This is tormenting. It's really tormenting that people will wake up from sleep in the morning, go to work, where they're supposed to be working. They don't even have safety there. It's a very sad one, but what can we do? We have to move on. We have to keep asking the government to be proactive in coming up with policies that will save the lives of the people.
This is crazy. So let's move on. By the way, I get a message from your vice president. Let's see what he had to say.
The celebration. What is your message to Nigerians?
Our message to Nigerians is simple. Let's pray for the peace and stability of this nation and to acknowledge the sacrifices made by our past heroes for the enthronement of this democracy that we are all enjoying now. And let's pray for the peace, stability, and progress of this great nation. And I want to assure Nigerians of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's unwavering commitment towards restoring peace and stability in the nation. He is working day and night to ensure the safe recovery of all our children who are in the hands of the bandits and the terrorists. No matter how long the night is, it must give way to the light of the dawn. Stormy the weather might well be, but it will rain forever. The government remains irrevocably committed to restoring peace and stability of the nation.
Thank you.
I want to thank Nigeria and want to urge them to pray for the nation, to pray for each other, because what binds us together surpasses whatever that divides us. Thank you.
All right. So, I mean, a lot of people, the vice president don't come under some sort of criticism over the statement, especially because why they talk about the insecurity and asking for patience and all that. People say, but you had asked that we give you $1 million, maybe $1 billion, and insecurity will end in a given a number of days. So why you didn't talk to your principal with the level where you don't go now, make if he give you that money, make if he do the needful, so that we'll stop to hear these bad stories and news will hear up and down.
Well, it starts from the governor. It starts from our political leaders. It starts from those who are ripping us off. If he is well intended, he can come out on the street without security. Then we'll know how long he will last.
He should come out without security.
Your vice president should go to Borno. He's from Borno State. He should go to Borno and walk around Borno without security. Yes. So tell your vice president that it's not about rhetorics. We're tired of rhetorics. We're tired of promises. We're tired of talk. We want action. He should be able to open up to Nigerians and tell Nigerians the history behind these bandits in Nigeria.
Why should he know?
Yes. He should know. He was the governor of Borno. Have you forgotten he was the governor of Borno? At some point.
Every former governor should know. Or is there another reason why he should know?
They should know because they get security vote every month. They get security report every day. So Precious, I don't know. Sometimes when these people just talk, you feel that you're in that crowd and just give him one small slap. And say, Mr. Vice President, please, we're not here for grammar. Every time he wants to talk, this is the first vice president that is always talking to Nigerians and will be wearing glasses to cover his eyes. Sunshade. He's always wearing sunshade to talk to Nigerians.
Sir, there's nothing wrong with being stylish, sir. That's what people will say.
Not when you're talking about a country. So there's nothing he will say that will make sense to anybody. That's the truth. There's nothing he will say. You're not talking about those who have been kidnapped. You're not talking about people who have been tortured. You are standing and you're praising Mr. President. And he doesn't sleep at night. Miss, I dey sleep, oh. I dey sleep. So if he doesn't sleep at night, what is keeping him awake? Is it the problem of Nigeria? I haven't been awake for almost a month. Why has he not found a solution to it?
Ew. But people they talk again say, is he just trying to make Tinubu feel at peace with him, considering that Tinubu may not likely pick him as his running mate this
All I can say to you is that 2027, any party presenting a northern candidate is on his own.
A Muslim candidate, you mean, sir?
Sorry, a Muslim candidate is on his own.
All right, so make I just show you another thing. Oh, by the way, talking about the Muslim candidate, some Nigerians so this young man went into the streets of inside the market in the north, sensitizing people on how to go about their vote and how
lokaci yayi kowa ya fito yi zabe muna godu katin zabe dan Allah a daure ayi katin zabe saboda zabe ayi kati a daure ayi ina gaya muku fa wannan shine nan yanci na kasar mu Najeriya yawa
yes. So a lot of people are saying that this is commendable. We need more of this for people to keep sensitizing others on the right thing we say they need to do for inside this country.
Not just, say, Precious, you don't just need more of this. This is when the National Orientation Agency should be up and doing.
Where are they?
Because this falls at their desk. But unfortunately, where are they? They are moribund. They're just like all the refineries we have in Nigeria. They keep collecting salary, but they don't do anything.
Oh,
So that's how bad it is. The National Orientation Agency should wake up. If government does not know what to do with it, they close it down.
Okay. All right. Nigerians, phone lines are open. Let's quickly have you jumping on the conversation. Please click on the link on the pinned post. It will bring you straight into the studio to join the conversation, or you call the phone line 0817-029-4077, 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call. Make us see play some more things to happen today very quickly so that you can react. So here you see a video of people burning Tinubu and the Nasarawa State governor posters and their broom. The way they do again. They say they don't wash their hand come out like Pontius Pilate for anything we concern APC for Nasarawa State. While in other places,
BBC. Put us card.
Àwọn táwọn sọ̀rọ̀ yìí irú wọn máa ń gbé náà máa ń tì mọ́lé wọn wà níyàgbà lọ gbé àwọn bandit tí wọ́n ń pa àwọn èèyàn wọn ò ní gbé wọn bandit tí wọ́n lè lè gbà àwọn ọmọdé mọ skul lára àwọn lọrùn mo ní lágbẹ́ ọlọ́wọ́ bá oníṣẹ́lẹ̀ sí ẹ̀ ó máa dàgbà wàá lówó àwọn tó ṣe kí ìwà yìí òṣìṣẹ́ àdúgbò fún ọmọdé tí wọ́n ti kọ́ àwọn ọmọdé kékeré ni wọ́n tájẹ́ kí. So bro, get your PVC, man. Elogba PVC. Tinubu need to leave this power for us because what be the answer? What can you do about the issue of this vote here? Let's say Tinubu say you no concern am. So at the end of the day, you no vote. Now you dey look so. You do not know anything. Ọmọ eke ni lóye, ọmọ ọdún mẹ́jọ. Ọmọ ọdún mẹ́jọ. Ẹ ká ti rí. Asiri, àwọn ní kékeré Tinubu padà. Bandit family, àwọn ọ̀gbẹ́ni bandit. Say no to Tinubu, lọ́ṣẹ̀. wicked government. Your mandate is soft now. Yes, get your PVC, vote wisely. Tinubu had the PVC. Tinubu will be a father. Mami, Tinubu will be a father. Although I know I use my phone. Me, what's your name? I mean,
now, most of them basically they talk how they you support this government, this now your state coming to power, and how they would not want to have anything to do with Tinubu again. But we know who Tinubu is now. Master strategist. Do you not see him straightening things up before the election?
Well, master strategy is that children have been kidnapped for how many days, and they cannot strategize how to save them. Monkey smart, monkey smart.
Before.
Precious. Monkey smart, monkey smart. And because the trees stay together. Separate the trees and know that the monkey is smart. I won't say more than that.
Okay. So showing you a few more things maybe so they happen very quickly. So I think it was okay. Let me quickly show you.
Hey, tu sors où? Elle m'a recommandé.
All right, Nigerians, phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions. Reverend God's will, you're welcome. Good evening and thank you for joining.
Yeah, good evening, Precious. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you, sir?
What?
Can you set your camera up a bit so we can't see your face clearly? There's a lot of headroom.
Okay, let me. I don't know. Can you see me now?
But you bring your camera down some more. It's a bit too high. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never done this.
You're watching.
Okay now? Okay.
You're dark, it's okay. We'll manage it.
I'm not dark. It's not that. I don't know.
It's
Can
the
I
light.
turn on?
That's what you mean.
No,
but it's okay. Go ahead, sir.
1 second.
Okay. Oh dear. Okay. Well, phone lines are open still. And if you've not, if you never subscribed to this platform, make a use this opportunity to tell you to subscribe. You are still very, very dark, very, very dark as a matter of fact.
I'm not. I can't do more than that. Anyway, my name is Pastor God's Will, and I'm calling you from Manchester, New Hampshire, in America.
Oh, you're welcome,
sir. Yes. Okay, I'm getting a little bit lighter now. Okay, I can see.
Okay. So go ahead.
Well, I've been following up your program, and I have a program I run in Nigeria every year. What I call Nigeria must not die, Nigeria must not break, and Nigeria must rise again. And I felt that with what is happening in Nigeria, all what we need is strong hope. And because it's almost a shame that every day, I'm from Parakat. I know that, like, you're also from Parakat anyway.
You're from River State?
Oh, yes.
Okay, sir.
I'm even coming to River State on this trip. I'm going to have what I call River State Must Not Die programs, which is going to be a little bit of medical outreach and some things that I do. You know, I have been following up the whole thing. And I thank the man at the studio. I've been listening to him. And I know so many of us have been crying. And I don't know where to start from.
I know one of our friends, the mayor, the former mayor, when he joined your program, he connect me. We tried to be on the program together in that time, you know. So I don't know really where to start because it's.
I mean, when you said one of my friends, the former mayor.
Yes. Well,
Who?
it's a friend of your program. He's an
Okay.
American too. Yes, you have some.
Oh, you're speaking about Mike Arnold.
Mike Arnold, yes.
Okay, he's a friend of the
So
program, and he's
I
doing a good
know.
job in Nigeria.
No,
Yes.
he is. And I've spoken with Nigeria in Diaspora Organization to see what we can also do to be part of what is going on.
Please help us support him, because
I
he
think
can't
that.
be offering us education for free when
Oh yeah,
it is personal fund
think.
and we were not
Well,
helping him.
they are the ones that do much, because most of our brothers, when we are here, we think much about ourselves and we don't know sometimes.
Ew.
Because I think that those of us who, by the grace of God, God have helped us to be here, we need to say something different. Sometimes I get so embarrassed when I see somebody who is out of Nigeria coming from here and be speaking for the government that is, they get confused sometimes. It's like they don't even know what to do, and you will be speaking for them because maybe you want to get an appointment after you come back from here. I think those are some of the problems we need to look at. Because when God do a thing, we don't need to abuse God. You know, God will give us opportunity. Sometimes there must be a reason why Esther must be at the king's house at the time Esther was there. You know, I have just a very little role, and I'm going to talk to you when I get to Nigeria. I'm coming in. I'm planning the 36 days of non-stop prayer in Nigeria. I believe prayer works when it's put to work. I don't talk about writing a book or organizing a prayer conferences. I'm talking about making people to cry to God. And we have seen it work when they do it sincerely from their heart. We are going to have a 36 days of non-stop prayer in Nigeria. And it's going to be from one state to the other. We've been able to put together every state, the strategic prayer leaders. And then we are going to, after the 36th day, on the 30th of September, we all gather in Abuja and have our final prayer. And we are going to also talk. It's not just the prayer again. I know prayer work, but again, the Bible says, watch and pray. After you pray, you have to watch. And I am also putting together what I call a peace and prayer summit. We'll be able to have our leader from the both religious groups, either Muslim and Christian, the Khan and some. We're going to sit down. And again, look for, because we can't be talking without taking action. We have to decide what we want to do. You know, if those of us who are Christian, we have a vital role to play, because we need to also understand our role as Christian leader. We need to know that. I spoke with a pastor today who was calling me and say, oh, he's praying for government. I said, no. It is not the time to pray for people. I mean, we have to pray for those who are in authority. Don't get me wrong. You know, but we are not going to be a political pastor, because we need to sit down and address some certain things. And he asked me, how are we going to get involved? I said, well, I will tell you what you will not want to hear. Because again, if this man that's sitting with you there, if he comes to my church as a governor, he is not my product. He comes in. I have no power over this man. But if this man was in my church and I trained him in the Sunday school and I discovered there are some leadership quality in him, and I call him one day and say, well, have you ever think of becoming a councillor in your local government? And the man said, well, you know, this thing is dirty. Because again, one of the ways they deceive us is to make politics like a dirty game, so that the church will not want to get involved from where they're supposed to get involved. But if I convince this guy and say, well, we gather him together, call the church leader together, pray with him and say, well, we are giving you this money, even though the church don't always like to give out their money. We are giving you this money to go and buy form. And he will look at us. He come back, he buy the form with the money we give to him. And we sit down with him and we gather with him and we pray with him and say, go and submit the form. What that does to that man is that man will look back and he will see the church with him. Not the church to wait. Any person we don't even. My father told us something. He told my sister. He said, I'm sorry, I'm taking your time. My father said, if you are going to marry to a man, always marry a man you know his source of income. Not a man who just come with all the money. You don't even know where he get the money from. But today he's a rich man. so that tomorrow you may not be the next victim. So if that guy goes there and come back, he sees that the church is with him. When he becomes the counselor, anytime that guy misbehaves, the church have to call and say, my son, come here. Because he knows his root where he was coming from. So I think we have a lot to do. I talk about my own, and I want to thank you for all the work you are doing. And we're going to look for a way to support you so that you can continue to do this work. I don't think if anybody pay you for this kind of thing, because if it's other part of the world, people will actually like to support you. We will do whatever thing, whether by prayer, we will pray for you to continue to update or look at how on earth will they be not just shooting, cut them. That is this other one we watch when the other army is being caught. This other one we watch, and you die 8 times before you die. You see yourself dying. Is it where we are? You know, so I think it's no longer time. It's like when you tell the Reverend Father, don't use that thing. It is time to cry and pray. Where we are in Nigeria, it's time to cry and pray. Because it's almost a shame. And I want to use the opportunity to call our church, our Christian leader, that we should come up. I mean, there should be something that should happen different so that they will know we are not happy. Enough is enough. We are praying, yes, and we continue to pray. I believe prayer works, but we have to do something. And what is that thing we need to do? You see, the Bible also tells us that they did not bring out placards in the book of Acts of the Apostle. When Peter was locked in prison, they did something. They lock up. Supposing we just lock up our church one Sunday, forget about the tithe and offering. And I cry to that God. I think God can do something. But in the midst of this one, those who are in the south were still jumping around because it's not yet there. And then we're here when it started from the northeast. And we think we're not going to get the north central, northwest. We are on before that we see from there is gradually. So there is nowhere that anybody, even those of us who are from the river, we think we are safe. All the people who drive Okada in Port Harcourt, they are some agent of those people. Whether we know it, whether we like it, we should take it. If you enter Port Harcourt today, everybody that drive Okada, you can't speak English with them. Understand what I mean? And gradually, I'm not saying we should stop people from migrating, but we have to be very careful because the Bible says we need to understand the time and the season we are living and knowing what to do. If we don't understand, we need to also send some signal to our brother in other side and say, well, we are not happy for what is happening. You know, so I don't know. Let me stop there so far because this is my first time of joining your radio. And I think I'm going to join again.
Thank you so much. You've spoken so well. And I want to say a very big thank you to you for the things you're also doing over there. But I have a few questions for you. I mean, as a Christian brother who resides in the US, and interestingly, the US now one country who don't pick particular concern about Nigeria, especially as it gets to do with what's in the call about against religious freedom in Nigeria. The same religion will you and I they represent. So, but we don't see a lot of people for US come out come speak against waiting they happen for Nigeria. For instance, you mentioned Mike Arnold. Mike Arnold himself has said that Nigeria is the only country where you have, you call it a secular state, but you have things about the Islam and Muslim, about a particular religion mentioned over 100 times in our constitution, but nothing about any other religion mentioned. And that does not show equity. It's not characteristics of a secular state. Okay. All religious leaders for Nigeria, they quiet about them. Have you spoke about you don't talk about what do you do about them? You don't talk up about this. What have you done to help us reach the United States government that things like what have you done? Because we've also had Nigerians who have lobbied on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to people say, it is some people where they lobby for them, they help the push for inside US there to let people know, saying, now lie, not be Christian genocide, they worry for Nigeria. Now just normal things, crisis now they face. So how do they make you feel, say, we they spend money, there is a $9 million lobby, there is other ones by other individuals, some from our government, to change the narrative around the Christian genocide according to waiting news carry on. How does it make you feel as a Christian head from Nigeria that this thing is happening and your government is trying to perhaps bury information that's got to do with people of faith of same faith with you, and you're from Nigeria. Have you done anything to help at least make you be say your voice no count, sir? Because that's
Well,
what a lot of people go on know.
Well, if you listen to what I said from the beginning, there's what we call division of labor. I know the area that God called me.
Okay,
and
sir.
I've been doing this for 25 years.
Okay, sir.
Yes, I was not sleeping.
He's not sleeping. He's fine.
Okay. It's with the white head sometimes.
He's pretty tired of stressing a lot.
There's a friend of mine in America. If you are saying something and he doesn't like it, he will start sleeping.
No,
it's okay. So what I'm saying is that yes, we have a division of labor. I started this about 25 years ago. I do it in America. I'm back in Nigeria. In fact, I left here because of this. About 10 years ago, I returned back to Nigeria. And I was running from one state or the other on my own. And we did that. People knows it. And like your question, you see, the information you have and the area you operate matters. The issue of Nigeria not mentioned in the constitution, I think we can blame that even on our past. We have gotten Christian leaders in this country who at a time, because there's a time to talk, that see all these things also. And they have very strong voice, but we're not going to blame on anybody now. We have
No. But I mean, as a Christian, do you think your fellow Christian brothers, do you think your brethren in Nigeria
They did not. Enough? They have not done enough. They have not. Yes, they have not.
Why do you think they haven't done enough?
Well, the reason is that, like I said, everybody have their own personal conviction on what they do. Understand? It's just like I'm talking to you. You may be surprised that I don't even have. I'm not against that. Don't get me wrong. I don't even have a church cathedral I'm building for myself. In fact, the highest I have in Port Harcourt now is what I call the Prayer Commanding Center, where people come to pray. I just got it last year, where people can come and pray. Because when our vision, if you look at it, the church was supposed to be what I call a spiritual intervention center, not a social gathering. A spiritual intervention center. When they arrested Peter, what did at that time Peter could not pray. And so what happened? The members that were remaining, they start praying. Because the thing that happened is coming back to Peter. Maybe after Peter, the next. They did not even bring out placards. There are issues that the church should take it, not to carry out placards and be like other. Because we have a weapon that is powerful than any placards. Do you understand what I'm saying? And history always have a way to repeat itself. We have not done enough. And we need to wake up. I won't be able to start mentioning people. We have not done enough. Building cathedrals and churches is not enough. That is not where we are now. We have enough church in Nigeria. To me, we don't even need another building. Because let's use the one we have and achieve the purpose. Okay, if we are in a country, we can't wait till the time of war before we decide what we want to do. There was a time of peace in our nation. We were having spiritual leaders who have the opportunity. We were dying with the government. Were they not able to see that there was an issue? That if Nigeria, as big as we are, some of our Christian leaders were the ones that bring Christianity and change the whole world too. We're not able to see that. But anyway, we can't change our past. But the decision we make can affect our future. Now we have seen the problems. I think we are going to speak. When I get to Nigeria, we are going to speak. We are going to call. We are going to let the Christians know that enough is enough. We have to. We will not allow Americans to come and be the one that will project Nigeria for us. We should be able to do our own part. And like I said, my own is to mobilize people to pray. And that is what I do. Understand what I'm saying?
The Bible even said prayer without work, they go anywhere.
That is why I said that. After the prayer,
we follow them with work.
Yeah, that is what I say. After the prayer, I'm calling for a peace and prayer summit, where we will be able to have a face-to-face and talk with some of the men, and also let them know what is in our mind that we can't share with you on the television, on the radio.
But then, as a person where be say get church for inside United States, I'm sure you would have one or two people that may be of influence, or when no person, when if it also help on a push on a cause to the U.S. Congress, just like people they lobby for.
Well, again,
are we think that moves? Are we?
No,
just
again, the thing is that the problem we have, everybody have a role, work is going on, but we also have a role to play. Are you understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
we have a role to play. The other thing is that America, we thank God for the president and what they are doing, but more than that, we also have a role to play. Where we are, we have a role to play.
And are we playing that role that we have to play?
Well, we think we are. Where are we playing that role? Now we have an opportunity. If we say the time is coming, whether it's good or bad, election is coming. Understand what I mean?
I'm trying to say yes.
That's supposed to be an opportunity in our own hand, because even God, for God to help you, you must start doing something. If we leave everything and say, well, God, there are parts you have to play, even as a Christian. Understand what I'm saying? I define prayer as earthly license for heaven interference. What that means is that heaven will not come and do anything for you until you ask heaven to come. You have a role to play. And
that is the question I'm asking now. So which role on they play? If you cannot do it directly, indirectly, through connections, through people you know that know people that
I will not say that to you, because I mean, I will not say that to you. What I do mostly importantly is I pray. I mobilize people to come out and pray, and I do not just do it. I do it, make sure it have an effect. And again, we have other things to do, but not everything we are going to be talking on the open television. But we have our role. But what I'm trying to say is that even our Christians that are at home, now it is time for us to decide what we want to do. A candidate come to you to support. Don't support him based on how much he's going to give to you. Because now that is what they do. They will go to the church, pour money there within the time of election. The pastor will run around, say he's praying for them. Enough is enough. Understand? We have to change some of these things. I don't know if that makes sense. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you big time, sir, for jumping
in. When I get to Nigeria, I'll be happy to get you some information. I think I already sent it to you already.
Well, you did? You sent me a message?
I think I did.
What's the message about, sir?
The 6th Nigeria International Day of Prayer. Yeah, it will be holding on.
I don't know. Please, I need to turn up the volume.
I don't know. Somebody. Yeah, I'm going to get the information.
Now you they make noise for us. Why now?
Okay. I will send the information to you. And
no problem.
Yes, and you will do whatever you can do to help us to let people be aware of that.
But if you want me to do publicity, my people there, yeah, we have stakeholders in this platform.
No, I will now. It's the time we are trying.
You pay money, we fire it down.
What we are saying is that Nigeria must not die. I believe Nigeria must not die.
Now, wait till
Nigeria must not break too, and Nigeria must rise again.
We agree.
I look forward for the day that our doctors and nurses will return back to come and work in Nigeria.
That should happen very soon by the grace of God. All right, Henry, you're welcome.
He wants to say something. Let me hear his
Prince Francis, you want to say something?
Yeah. You know, when people come up with this prayer, God. I don't really understand. Precious, hold on.
Sorry,
Precious, hold on.
I thought he was sleeping.
Precious, hold on.
Yes, sir.
In 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, a run up to the 2015 election, we saw men of God.
Okay.
We saw how they criticized Jonathan. We saw how they went to Ojota to demonize Jonathan. We saw how they did everything humanly possible to take Jonathan out of the office. We saw how the pulpits became a platform for talking about Jonathan. What has happened? Where are the voices? Where are the men of God? Have they suddenly become mute and, deaf? What is going on? Why is it that Christendom, we claim to be too righteous? What has happened to liberation theology? Nobody's talking about liberation theology anymore. Nobody. When fuel was 89 naira, 90 naira, 120. Now fuel is 1,003, 1,004. The men of God have all kept quiet. They've all gone mute. And you think you can come and tell somebody in Nigeria today to go and pray, and the person will be happy with you?
What?
People are
Again,
being killed all over the country. Where are our men of God? Why are they not talking? Why are they silent?
can I say
Precious, you
something?
made a point. You said prayer without works is
Yes,
zero.
I know.
So for me, let us begin to think out of the box. This is the time for the pastors to hold on to liberation theology and not all this rhetorics that we're hearing every day.
Okay. Well, again, my brother, the truth is this: prayer works when we put it to work. It's going to work, but we must do everything we're supposed to do. It will work. We even thank God that.
Let me say this: churches have been attacked.
I know. You don't need to
They
tell me.
go
I
to the
understand.
churches to kidnap people.
Yeah.
Where the people are praying.
Well,
And Christendom has gone quiet. Christendom has gone mute.
No, you have not. Again, we need to
No,
understand the
I am in
time and the
Nigeria. You're not
season.
in Nigeria. We know what we see. You're not. You guys outside there, you think you know better than we do. We don't. You don't. We know what we see.
Okay. What?
So
My
it's not
brother,
for
like,
somebody to stay out there and be telling us, pray, pray, pray. Come down to Nigeria and join us.
when
Come
I
and
say
go
I'm
to
coming,
Borno State and go and preach what you're preaching now.
I was in Gombe last time when I was there. I move around too. But anyway, that is not the issue. The issue is that we need to understand the time and the season. We need all the tools. We need the prayer. We need every other tools to put together and make it work. We need everything. Because where we are now, we need help. And any man who needs help and come to God, God never turn it down. When we need help and come to him, he will do what he's supposed to do. So that is not an issue. Thank you so much.
God will not come down from heaven to do what he's giving you and I.
Can I
Wisdom,
say
knowledge, and
something, Precious?
understanding.
Yeah,
Hello?
good evening. Yeah, good evening. I want to say.
Henry, please go ahead. Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah. Well.
Henry, go ahead.
Yeah. Please. We heard what you said, but this every time people come online start talking about church do this, church do this. This church we are talking about, is it not the people that brought that church? What of our own religion? Why is it that we didn't stick to our own religion, which is even more powerful than this church we are talking about? Our own religion is more powerful than this church we are talking about. We need to learn. We need to learn. There's nothing in Christianity. Let me say it.
No.
There's nothing in Christianity. Our own religion is more powerful than this church we are talking about. Because even during if you read through our ancestors, you will notice that they were more powerful than what we guys are doing now. Because if it is our ancestors, I don't think this thing that is going on in Nigeria will happen. That's what I want to say. Let's stop talking about this church. Let's do something. Because if people don't do something, everybody will just die like that in that country. So we have to do something, not every time church.
Well,
that's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you. Well, I want to encourage you to say that. Well, if you have anything you have, your forefather left for you, go and use it now. We need everything we have now. I have a Bible, and that's what I'm bringing. So if you have whatever your forefather left for you, go and get it. I have a program in Ogoni several years ago, and that's where I'm from. I started a prayer in Ogoni.
What local government are you from in Ogoni, sir?
I'm from Kana.
Kana. Okay.
Yes, I started the Ogoni International Day of Prayer. And that was in 2008. And it was the same burden we have. I came home and we did it. It was a struggle. In 2014, it became one of the highest gatherings. I invited everybody, whether you were a traditional ruler, whether you were anything, carry and come, let's pray to our God. We did it on 2014. Because
have with all that prayer, have they been able to clear the oil spillage in Ogoni land?
Well, again, let us say what we know. The truth is
I'm
this.
asking you a direct question. And I want you to answer me
Have they
yes
been
or
able to
no.
do what, sir? Why? Again,
The oil spillage.
listen, we have to follow things we know. There is a cleanup going on in Ogoni. You see,
Please,
at a time.
I'd like to get the information of that cleanup, sir.
Okay, wait. Now that would be a thing for that. Thing we come for different. Now you know what I'm trying to say is that we have also seen progress. Everybody need to have a role to play for development in their own area. Even as Ogoni people, we also have a role to play, because if there are good things coming to the area and people allow it to go the way it's supposed to go, people will see it. It depends. So again, we have gotten something we don't have before, and we are still going ahead with it. And so it's not. We are also seeing that prayer works. Understand? And people are praying. People are seeing it. At a time, well, it's a long story, but let me just tell you. Anybody who don't know, I still want to tell you, I am a product of prayer, and it worked for me. It can work for anybody. It works when you put it to work. It did not work when you talk about it. It did not work when you write book about it. It did not work when you organize conference about it. It works when you put it to work. If we put it to work, even in Nigeria, I believe it will work. Thank you.
110%, you're welcome. Go ahead, please.
I thank you for. I mean, this man.
I
would like to reach out to him. Maybe after I will get his contact, we'll talk about.
Please, I want to ask him a question.
You have my WhatsApp number. It's on this platform.
I do.
All right.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. Welcome.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So, a couple questions that I wanted to ask. Is I'm a Christian.
Okay.
I was raised, as a Christian from birth. From childhood. Let me say that. But the truth of the matter is, when I see the level of the kind of Christianity Nigerians practice in Nigeria, I feel so ashamed of the pastors and the people that call themselves pastors. Now, you see, you have our pastors in Nigeria. They all deceive our people and tell them, they pray and deceive them. And when all these big pastors, they have doctors overseas, all right? People who take good care of them. But with their own church members, right? Their members, they die every day. You understand? And it's very, very heartening that this thing is happening, where even like my mom, example, my brother is sick. He has a brain tumor. All right. One of the pastors, I don't want to mention his name here. Okay. They always tell me, "Oh, you want to see this pastor? You want to see this pastor?" I say, "You're not going to see any pastor." He keeps saying, "Oh, how this pastor will do." This pastor is in Abuja. My brother took flight with his health condition, went to Abuja to see this pastor. On getting there, the security. This pastor has security. Jesus said, made himself available for everybody. This pastor could not even see my brother, could not see nobody, use security, block them. All right? Did his thing, and they flew back again. They spent that money, everything. This is how bad it is. Where our pastor, they all tell you subscribe. And I'm talking to Nigerians. All these pastors, where they come out for social media, they do blah, blah, blah. They do subscribe. They are making money from internet and all that. They just want to be on internet billionaires and the rest of them. Tell me why they are using bulletproof cars. Tell me why they are using bulletproof cars. They are praying, and then pray, but Jesus no use bulletproof car. When their own sir, please hold on, please. I am very angry with Nigerian pastors and Christian, the level of Christianity. If you come, I live in America.
Okay, thank you.
I go to church. When I go to church, people they pray. You open your eyes, make you see. Now, Nigerian pastor will deceive you. They deceive people. They work on people's mentality. You understand? These people, they work on people will be say they're very, very innocent people will be say, say these people you're supposed to help them. In America, here have pastors where they preach reality. In Nigeria, we get pastors where they deceive our people.
Okay, it's okay, my brother.
All in the name of Christianity. Now we make ourselves waiting to happen to Christians right now. The pastors paid 100%. This thing they get 100% hand inside that because of their fake pastors where they won't make money. They won't take advantage. Must everything be politics every time? Must everything be something where they go use? Waiting that they do us today. The pastors do Christianity to the point where we not can get value. Now we pray pass.
It's okay. Thank you. I think time is going, so that I have other things to do. I thank God that you have been in the West also. The truth is this. I have been doing what I'm doing for the past years. It was my personal conviction. I come home every year to do it. In fact, for the past 6 years, I take it like a big body. Before everything like this happened, I have been calling people, moving around. If I'm in Nigeria, in fact, sometimes there was a time I was there, nobody even believed I was in America, because the son there with me, and because I have to do it myself. But I don't want to judge anybody. And again, I have already told people this is not a time for us to pass blame on people around. Let's look up, because truth, we can't change our past. Where we were yesterday, even as in your own life, you can't change that. But the decision we make today can affect our future. And I believe that Nigeria have a brighter future. But we have to make that decision. We have to. Deep where you are. In fact, during our prayer section, I'm going to invite you to come if you are free. I have things on my mind that I don't want to share it out here now. But I know something that we can do that can help our nation. I know something we can do that can help our nation. And Nigeria is not finished. I disagree with any person who will tell you, oh, Nigeria is dead. I lie. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I believe that no matter what have happened, God will use.
Please, can I add one thing? Can I add one
Yes,
thing?
sir.
Why in Nigeria? Why would they pray? I heard people say from the book of Old Testament, the New Testament, when they say the God of Israelite, the God of Elijah, the God of this. These are the things that's in the Bible. All right. Why are they not following the same God of Israelite? Today, the Israelites, the Israelites are fighting. If you go to Israel, you find their ladies are very strong. They are fighting real battle. They are now the people who they emulate. All right, you go to different places, you see people they practice with you. No, you understand? Be honest. Yeah. The level of anger where they are now, the level of anger where we say they need to start to beat some of these fake pastors. Maybe they know how serious the level of damage they cause us. No, are causing life. Now our life they go every day. The politicians we don't reach time where we're supposed to they beat them anywhere they see them. Because we know they play. We're talking about life. People where they come. I see babies waiting at the thing for internet. It's not a joke. Now real war they go on. You understand? So anybody where they my face come bring anything say na church thing. You understand? What are they see? No, I know they happy. Are they here? I know they happy.
I am not happy also.
So when I see people they come, they manipulate our own people.
When I see
people don't know the level of damage where they come.
No, I agree. I mean, when I see 3-year-old child, kidnapped, that is the future of Nigeria. Taken away. I was not able to sleep throughout that night. I was not. So I know there are people, you may not know them all, who are still doing it right, even though they're in Nigeria. But what we want to say is that, and again, I don't believe in condemning people. I believe in what I can do as a person, and other people join me to do it. We need the church. We need everything. We need it. Every tools we need them. But we just have to encourage and say, well, if we're not doing it right, this is how we should. Like what my brother was saying. I agree with him 100%. My father was not a pastor. In fact, to me, if you tell me how wonderful you are in the things of God, I will tell you I don't think you are my own. You can be my pastor, because I need people who have failed. I need people who were not very perfect. I need people who their life was not okay, and when they come into God, their life change around. They will have something to tell me. Anybody who tell me, oh, my father was this, that is good. I thank God for you. But to me, my father was not a Christian. Understand? He was a chief. And God break me out, and I keep making my mistake, keep going, because Jesus said, I do what I see my father doing. I believe that God can, even when we talk about Israel, and we are talking about it, let me tell you, these people have been fighting war all their life. We are just coming on board now. We need to understand the time and the season we are living. They have weapons we don't have. We need to know all these things. In Nigeria, in fact, they have equipment that they can throw one there. Everybody will scatter.
This is what I would suggest. Okay, instead of people coming to pray, there's a time. See, they say there's a time for everything in the Bible. Even God himself had time that he created the world, had time that he did everything, and had a time that he rested too, right? At this point, not the time where anybody will come to tell me about prayer. This is the time since Israel have everything. Is it not high time make the Christians now sponsor our many of our youth to some of these countries to go and learn this high tech to protect the Christian world and to protect the Nigeria and to protect the ones who people will not fight for themselves? Is it not high time the pastors should now come out and start preaching what we call self-defense? Self-defense is our human right. You understand? But everybody they fear, but they go if it come out boldly, they come out, we have to pray. When are they hear that side talk? When are they hear that romance talk? You know they sweet me, sir. This is time.
Okay.
This time
okay.
is not, we pray. I believe in God. But
No,
what
no,
I'm
don't worry,
saying
sir.
is that
There
the
are
way
people.
we approach
It's okay.
them.
You will not know everything. I have friends who have sent people out to go and do a lot of training, so we can't say everything.
Okay,
My
People
mama
have
na
something
pastor.
like
thank
I'm
you,
sorry,
sir. So
my
that
mama
we
na
don't
pastor. My papa
turn
na
this into a
pastor.
religious battle,
Yeah,
please.
thank you. That's what I want to stop. That's what I want to
Thank
stop.
you.
Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate your presence. I think you're doing an incredible job.
Thank you.
And
No
I look
problem.
up
Thank you, sir.
and
Forget
I
that I
thank
dey
every.
sound, I beg,
No, no,
but
no,
I
no.
know just they happy, yeah.
The way I
And
sound
I dey
too.
talk for youth too. I'm a youth. So I dey
No, no.
sound hard, they feel.
I am not happy because the future of Nigeria is in our hand. And whatever we do with it, our princess is here, she's playing her own part. As my brother is there, he's playing his own part. You may not even know who this thing is touching their life. It's one soul at a time through genuine love. When we get there, you know, we are not even, America is over 250 years now. How old is Nigeria? But when we get there, these are part of growth. It's part of growth. We are growing when we get there, both in the church and outside the church. When we get there, that is a promise I want to give to you. I thank you so much, and I want to leave now. I have something to do.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Let me let you give us a parting shot. Make I go rest. I don't tire. Thank you, sir. Prince Francis, I have something to say.
Well, all I have to say is that it's not just about prayer. The same energy, the same strength, the same willpower that the church deployed against Jonathan's government, because we're looking at the cost of living, we're looking at insecurity, we're looking at a lot of things. Let us apply the same in addressing the issues of Nigeria of today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and God bless you. 110%. I appreciate you. Have something to say apart from religion?
Well, the only thing I want to say is I still want to keep talking to our Nigerian youth. All right. See, they say now we be the future of tomorrow. You understand? And as it looks now, we no get future again. You understand? And as they say, old people still they lead us. They no one make we get future. So it's high time you sit down and think about yourself, because now we be the same tools where they use. During election time, who go be the thugs? Now youth. You understand? Their children, they overseas. They enjoy, they go Harvard and different kind of schools. It's high time. Every youth go come together, tell ourselves, look, any youth will allow himself become thug, may we use and give example. If we give better example for this particular season, you understand? I believe next time when they won't do the same thing, they remember the kind of example where they set. That particular youth will want turn himself to choose, will think twice. You understand? Moku no fear, Moku no carry anything, no fear. Set that example. We need to do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Precious.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Prince Francis Chilaka, thank you so much for joining me once again. It's more than 12 hours gone into the show, and let me release you. I appreciate you. Good night and God bless you, sir. Nigerians. And that's the size of our package tonight. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's part of the show tonight. It's always a pleasure to sit down with on the gist matter we get to do with our country. Let's continue to speak. And we believe, say, one day, it go better. So we will continue to talk for the growth and development of our nation and for everything will happen. And if you have family members in Nigeria, please tell them, press on them to go get their PVC. And most of you wait there abroad, people when they go get their PVC, then they see more. They say some people, we heard the message. Some of them say some INEC offices never even open since, and all those issues. Make we escalate this matter so that INEC could do the right thing, because you cannot want Nigerians to vote and you're not even ready to even accept them to come out and vote. It doesn't even work that. I don't even know how that is going to work. So let's just keep talking so that they will indeed do the right thing. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. Good night and God bless you. Remember to protect your mental health. Good night and God bless you. Bye.